Ever wondered what it would be like to have the ability to play your favorite games without any boundaries? Ever wondered how your friend breaks through to the highest levels of every game or beats your scores with ease? He probably didn't want you to know about Action Replay. Within the millions of lines of code that make up your favorite video games, there exist variables and vulnerabilities. With the ability to manipulate the variables, you have ultimate power over anything and everything. Infinite health, infinite lives, all weapons, all items, all characters. You go anywhere, you do anything, and you kill everything. The Action Replay video game enhancer is available for PlayStation, PS2, N64, Game Boy, Dreamcast, and PC platforms. Constant code updates at CodeJunkies.com assure that you always have the power to beat the game. We wanted to give you a taste of the Action Replay's ultimate power. Once you see how Action Replay can change your gaming experience for these titles, just imagine what it can do for the rest of your games.
In this issue, access the greatest codes for Electronic Arts smash titles The World Is Not Enough and Medal of Honor Underground. In this issue, we've 10 copies of Midnight Club, the best racer for PlayStation 2, to be won in our exclusive competition. To be in with a chance of winning, all you have to do is answer this oh-so-simple question. Which games publisher is responsible for the majestic Midnight Club? A. Take Away, B. Take That, or C. Take-Two Interactive. If you think you know the answer, call the competition line now on 09064 774479 and follow the online instructions. You'll be asked your answer and for your name and address. Lines will close at midnight on Monday the 12th of February 2001. Winners will be picked at random by a computer and announced in PSi2's April issue. Winners' details will also be posted on the Code Junkies website, www.codejunkies.com. Calls cost 60p a minute at all times, so get permission from whoever pays the bill before you dial. The emphasis of this movie spin-off is on family entertainment, so don't expect these Jurassic giants to be tearing their victims limb from limb. Your mission is therefore not to kill everything in sight. Instead, you must use 3 characters to guide their prehistoric pals to the safety of the nesting grounds, whilst escaping from the clutches of evil meat-eating dinosaurs. This action-adventure offers you control of the characters Aladar the Iguanodon, Zini the Lemur, and Flea the Pterodon. Your success depends on teamwork, and the combined effort of these 3 ancient cuties will set you on the right path to meet the various challenges ahead. At the start of the game, the way the movie and game footage has been mixed together has to be appreciated. It is classic Disney after all. So to the plot. First, Flea has to find the Iguanodon's egg and place it in a target to hatch. Once the baby hatches, Zini has to find fruits to feed the baby. Zini is a hyperactive little scamp who, true to the Disney formula, could be viewed as the goofball of the bunch. When he's of no particular use, he'll stand there scratching his armpits and yawning. Flea is the soft-voiced, nurturing type, and Aladar is an all-round good egg. Once you've gone through this apprenticeship, you'll be more than able to sort you and your mates out over the coming missions. During your adventure, you can get caught up in molten lava, travel through scorched deserts, and leap the gaping mountain chasms with your mates by your side. In summary, with 14 missions, 3 playable characters, plus individual and team modes, Disney's gameplay stretches out well. Buy it for your kids, they'll love you for it, and you might just be tempted to have a sneak peek. The ergonomically designed T20 mobile phone fits snugly into the hand, pocket, or handbag. The Ericsson lets you chat with whomever you want, whenever and wherever, by SMS or WAP. Still bored? Play Tetris or one of the other built-in games. Attach the FM radio or MP3 player to it and dig your favorite beats. The T20 not only lets you read your horoscope, get up-to-date information about chilling clubs and the hottest movies, but it's also the first phone in the world to feature Swatch Internet Time. helping you organize yourself and keep up with the pace without having to worry about time differences and daylight saving. The T20 also utilizes mobile chat. Users can chat in real time from WAP phones in addition to conventional chat on the web. Simply log on to a WAP chat room and start chatting with people from all over the world. Samsung's new SDC80 camera makes digital photography fun, funky and colourful. While other digital cameras are boxy and plain, Samsung's SDC80 has smooth, round edges. While other digital cameras come in black or silver, the SDC80 is available in 4 vibrant translucent colours: green, blue, tangerine and white. While other digital cameras are complex, fiddly and often unfriendly to operate, Samsung's SDC80 is a cinch. There's a detachable flash for low lighting situations. And to complement an optical viewfinder, there's a clear 1.8-inch TFT LCD screen for framing subjects and viewing captured images. Captured images are stored on one of Samsung's removable 4MB smart media memory cards, which can hold up to 22 high-quality JPEG images or 44 standard-quality JPEG images. Affordably priced, the SDC80s are fashion-conscious but practical snap machine for style-conscious adults and kids alike. Set in a post-apocalyptic landscape that's somewhere between Mad Max and Blade Runner, you soon realize that traveling through this 3D world ain't gonna be a piece of cake. No one wants to know about peace and harmony here, and territories are splintered into warring factions. As the head of a peacekeeping force sent to resolve the conflicts, you have chosen to morph yourself into a huge walking, fighting robot. And now it's time to step into the fray and dissolve the chaos. Of course, this means robo-carnage in a first-person mech warrior style. Though having said that, Gun Griffin Blaze mixes quick-fix arcade moments with deeper strategy elements, meaning it'll get the grey matter going as well as your trigger finger. A lot of attention has been paid to detail. You must customize your mech pilot before gameplay, keying in every fact and figure from IQ to blood type. Choose from 4 difficulty levels. The hardest is known as Hell, and step into the fray. Action takes place in the Ukraine, Greece, Tibet, Egypt, and Cape Canaveral. The cinematic presentation creates a real feeling of wartime slaughter and battle scenarios, drawing you nicely into the gameplay. The stars of the show must be the huge robotic creations who lurch Basil Fawlty style from one ravaged war zone to another. In summary, a must-have for mech heads.
The world's most powerful console demands the world's most powerful cheat cartridge. Action Replay 2 is here. Take your gaming to new levels with the ultimate video game cheat cartridge for PlayStation 2. Even the odds with infinite health, ammo, time, and even access secret characters and levels. Action Replay 2 is the only video game cheat cartridge designed specifically for PS2. Select from hundreds of game-busting codes for the latest PS2 games, including Ridge Racer 5, Tekken Tag Tournament, FIFA 2001, Time Splitters, International Superstar Soccer, Dead or Alive Hardcore, Ready to Rumble Round 2, Smuggler's Run, and many more. Action Replay 2 also comes with a free bonus disc containing over 3,000 codes for the biggest and best PlayStation 1 titles. Visit Action Replay 2's internet website, www.codejunkies.com, where you'll discover even more codes, game reviews, news, discussion, and more. Nothing is impossible with Action Replay 2. Action Replay 2 is in stores now, priced £29.99.
Back up your PS2 and PS1 game saves to your PC. Imagine never having to buy another memory card ever again. Well, thanks to those geniuses at Daytel, you may never have to. How is this possible? The answer is export. With this tasty piece of kit, you're able to use just one memory card for an almost infinite amount of saves. Your only limitation is the capacity of your PC's hard drive. Export is so simple and easy to use and is compatible with both PS2 and PS1 PS1 games. In the package you get a USB cable which connects your PS2 to a PC, as well as unique software that ensures that the setup progress couldn't be simpler. The software interface is both intuitive and simple in design, allowing you to navigate through your data with the utmost ease. You just select a save and over it goes to your PS2 memory card. Or you can simply reverse the process and dump that colossal 8 meg of memory card onto your hard drive. Imagine telling your friends you've got a 10 gig memory card. Using Export, you can build up a vast archive of saves at various points throughout your games. By doing this, you're opening your PS2 to a whole new world of gameplay, as you can then trade your treasured playing moments with other gamers worldwide via email. Or you can check out www.codejunkies.com, where you'll find a whole stack of new game-busting saves. Some PS2 games allow you to snapshot screens and save them out to your memory card. Export has this covered too, allowing you to save these screens to PC, where you can share them with others and even use them as wallpaper on your PC desktop. And the good news doesn't end there, since Export upgrades are available completely free over the web. Export is available now, priced at only $29.99. Visit your local game retailer or shop online at www.codejunkies.com. Export, an essential piece of hardware for a new generation of gaming. Rayman Revolution is the sequel to Rayman 2. Despite the obvious visual similarity to its PlayStation predecessor, next-gen Rayman at least provides us with brand new level designs and free roaming gameplay. In the intro, a pirate ship is set to sea amidst a whistling wind, and inside, Glowbox, the furry blue flump with the flip-top head, waits for his best buddy Rayman to save him. Luckily, the cutesy cartoon hero does, and as the adventure begins, you'll discover this world is even more loony than ever. You'll soon discover that this is not going to be your usual platform fodder. There are huge areas to explore, including ominous forests, death-defyingly steep cliffs, and claustrophobic underground chambers. This happy-looking landscape is a Mad Hatter's tea party of wackiness, dotted with hilarious and bizarre characters. There are over 230 in total, scattered around the 25 different worlds. Rayman Revolution's addictive gameplay becomes more and more difficult the further you explore. Adding detailed high-res textures has enhanced the game's graphics. This, combined with the lush use of color, makes Rayman look even slicker and smoother than before. There's also more attention to detail, with larger areas to explore, added special effects, and plenty of puzzles and unexpected twists to spur the player on. So forget the likes of platform favorites Lara, Crash and Spyro. With a game of this quality, the rejuvenated Rayman deserves to be PS2's figurehead. New to this issue of PSi2 is our PS2 Game Save download section. Each issue will be bringing you the coolest game saves for the latest PS2 games for you to download to your PS2 memory card. Once you've unlocked these game-busting saves, you'll be gaming like never before. Downloading the saves is simple. Firstly, make sure you have a PS2 compatible memory card inserted into memory card slot 1 of your PS2. Your memory card needs to have been inserted before you boot the PSi2 disc. If you haven't done so, then switch off your PS2, insert your memory card and reboot. Before using the PS2 cheats on this disc, you must have an existing game save on your memory card for the appropriate game. Your existing game save will be overwritten when you activate the PS2 cheats on this disc. You have been warned. To download, simply select the game save you want to download and hit the Download to Memory Card button. The status bar at the bottom of the screen will display progress of the download. When your save is fully downloaded, the message "Download complete OK" will appear. Simply press X to confirm. Switch off your PS2 and insert the relevant game CD. Then simply load in your new game save as you would normally from your memory card. It's really that simple. All the saves stored on the CD have been developed by a selection of the greatest gamers around, so you'll guarantee the coolest saves ever. In this issue, we bring you the coolest saves for the SSX, Silent Scope, and Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. Enjoy! In this one-player real-time strategy game, you own a theme park. It all sounds great so far, doesn't it? But wait, there's more. When you start the game, there is nothing in your park except for grass and a set of gates. It's up to you to build a thriving theme park by fitting rides, ensuring they face the right way, and then building the track, making sure it leaves and returns to its shed, and that all the loops and dips are at the right angle. When you've built your rides, you have to create paths because the precious people who attend your park can't possibly walk on the grass. Then, you build snack and drink booths, toilets, shops, amusement stalls, as well as hiring staff to run the place. You have to choose cleaners, mechanics, entertainers, guards, and entertainers, all of whom have ratings, and the better they are, the more expensive they are to employ. And of course, the staff need a staff room to rest their weary feet. And all of this on a tight budget. Irritatingly, you have to tweak and perfect absolutely everything. For example, if your burger stand isn't selling many burgers, you may have to move it to another location for it to do well. Yes, the game looks fine, with lots of bright colours and pretty smooth outlines, although your characters are tiny and therefore can't actually be that detailed. The sound effects are good, just what you'd expect to find in a theme park: screams, laughter, splashes, and the familiar groaning sound of your visitors throwing up. In summary, Theme Park World will appeal only to the most anally retentive of Ian Beale wannabes. But for everyone else, I suggest you get yourself to Alton Towers and experience the real thing instead of wasting your money on this. In Top Gear Daredevil, you drive around trashing some of the most beautiful cities in the world, avoiding the clutches of the cops and collecting a certain amount of coins in a given time limit. You're a member of an underground racing club, you see, and collecting these coins, which are scattered throughout each city, increases your reputation amongst the other so-called daredevils. Grabbing loads of coins also opens up new levels and cities, as well as new cars with which to wreck the local area. Starting in Rome, you're given a rather shoddy-looking 1960s German bubble car, nicknamed the Pod. Whilst you want to get to the more exciting speed demons on the road, such as the Audi TT or the new Beetle, you have to work your way up through the levels to get hold of one of these beauties. Hidden amongst the levels are power-ups such as clocks to give you extra time, and nitros to give you that necessary speed boost when you need it. In addition, there are 3 bonus keys. Collect all 3 on any given level and you unlock the extra levels and in-game bonuses. Literally everything you hit gives a reaction. Lampposts fall over, windows smash, and petrol stations explode. All very satisfying and very cool. Visually, Top Gear Daredevil is impressive, especially the stunning FMV intro, which is reminiscent of the movie Bullet starring Steve McQueen. The in-game graphics do not carry the same cinematics, but are still impressive nevertheless. If you're expecting a realistic, traditional driving game, then you're going to be disappointed. However, approach TGDD how the developers intended, and you'll have lots of fun and certainly keep coming back. You might think that boxing or karate are brutal and painful sports. Rugby union even. In the US though, they have a sport called the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And it's here that 2 mixed martial artists clash in a cage-like arena called the Octagon and proceed to beat the living daylight out of one another. Unsurprisingly, you won't catch this event on TV in this country, but fret not. You can now endure broken bones, bruises and cuts in the comfort of your own home, courtesy of Crave Entertainment and their latest PSX offering, Ultimate Fighting Championship. There are options to create your own fighter, as well as partake in a one-off exhibition match. You can also have a training fight, which is not a bad idea if you're going to get to grips with the game's 11 fighting styles: pit fighting, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, kickboxing, sumo, etc., and the thousands of moves. Before entering the UFC proper, you can choose to play as one of your favorite fighters. There are several ways of winning a fight too. You could knock your opponent unconscious, or just get him to tap out, a locking hold which causes him to submit. Sounds like the be-all and end-all of one-on-one beaters, doesn't it? Well, there is potential here for sure, but the game is let down by the sluggish controls. I know these are big blokes, but they can be pretty nippy when they want to be. There are other faults too, such as the sound effects, which, instead of wince-inducing sounds of knuckle on cheek, sound more like hobnail boots on gravel, i.e. they go crunch a lot, but that's it. Ultimate Fighting Championship might be packed with moves and stuff, but it all comes to nothing if it's not fun to play, which sadly, it isn't.